Good morning. You're welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform, Facebook Live from 3 Pest Trade Academy. My name is Dele Ayemibo. We continue our conversation on the what, the why, the how to export to Nigeria. And I'm on episode 54, and we're still discussing market entry strategy. Remember, we're looking at how to penetrate Nigeria market, either as a foreigner in another country, or as Nigerian trying to enter also the Nigerian market with your product. Trying to enter also the Nigerian market with your product. Today I'll be talking about home country based agent. Home country based agent. I discussed before home country based merchant. This morning I'm talking about home country based agent. And the difference between agent and merchant basically is that a merchant is buying from you to resell. He determines his price. He has control over the market. He has control over the price. He's carrying inventory. But an agent is linking buyer to seller, is earning commission, does not carry inventory, does not even have money to buy, or is not interested in buying, just link and earn a commission. There are several distinct types of wholesaler agents located in the country of export who are potentially available as members of a manufacturer export marketing channel. When such an agent is used, the manufacturer generally assumes all financial risk. Some of the examples of this home agent are as follows. So I'll go through the home agent now. When you use an agent, you assume financial risk. You know, when you're using a merchant, the merchant buys from you. So the merchant also is taking on some risk. But in agent is not taking any risk. We have what is called the export commission house. We have what they call confirming house. We have what is called resident buyer. We have what is called broker. We have the export management company. We have manufacturer export agent. And all these are agents. Agent, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will start with the export commission house. Export commission house. The export commission house or export buying agent is a representative of the foreign buyer who reside in the exporter's country. Representative of the foreign buyer who reside in the exporter's home country. Representative of a foreign buyer that reside in the exporter's home country. So he resides in the exporter's home country, but it's a representative of a foreign buyer. So that means you have an agent in your country. You have an agent in your country who is going to look for buyer in Nigeria. Representative of a foreign buyers who reside in the exporter's country. That means you have representative in Nigeria. So you have a buyer in Nigeria who have a rep in your country. So the first question you should be asking yourself is, do you have such in your country? Who is most likely even a Nigerian but residing in your country? So maybe you are from Rwanda, from Ethiopia, from Kenya, and is residing in your country and is a Nigerian. Is residing in your country and is a Nigerian. You know what this does for you? That means you have buyer's rep in your country. It makes life a lot easy for you because this buyer's rep already have someone willing to take up your goods. The only thing he's doing is representing that buyer and looking for different people that can supply the buyer in his own country. An export commission house is a representative, is an home-based agent. As such, this type of agent is essentially oversee customers hire purchasing agent. So it's like, as a manufacturer in Kenya or in South Africa, you have agent in Nigeria, you have buyer in Nigeria who have agents in South Africa. So what to make this easy is to look for, there are agents right now, people right now who reside in South Africa, who reside in Malawi, who reside in Ghana, that help Nigerian buyer to source for goods in your country. Those are the people you should be looking for to be able to take advantage of this awesome market in Nigeria. Those are the people you should be looking for to be able to take advantage of this awesome market in Nigeria. This type of agent is essentially an overseas customer hire purchasing agent in the exporter's domestic market, operating on the basis of order, which is offered to purchase under conditions stipulated by the prospective buyer. So when you have that, when you have this kind of agent, he is going to stipulate, the buyer is going to stipulate to the agent the terms under which he's going to buy. So what happened in this kind of arrangement is that that buyer, that rep in Nigeria cannot take, that rep abroad cannot take a decision. That rep cannot take a decision. He must defer to the person he is working with. He must defer to the person he is working with. Else, he will have negotiated wrongly. Typically, it will be good for this kind of person to be Nigerians in your country, representing Nigerian company who are merchants that buy different products for distribution in Nigeria. Home country based agent. An agent in your country who has a link in Nigeria who can help you source for market in Nigeria or source for buyers in Nigeria. Since Export Commission House acts in the interest of the buyer, it is the buyer who pays a commission. Like I said, the Export Commission House or the buying agent earns on commission, thrive on commission. He's doing this basically because of the commission he will get. He doesn't take on inventory. Rather, he links buyer to seller and earn a commission. The exporting manufacturer is not directly involved in determining the terms of purchase. These are worked out between the commission house and the overseas buyers. These are worked out between the commission house and the overseas buyers. An export promotion agency that is serious in any country should always engage with home country based agent and home country based merchant. Should always engage with home country based agent and home country based merchant to be able to source for buyers in the export market. To be able to source for buyers in the export market. This is so important. This is so critical. This is so important. This is so critical. If we're able to do this, it becomes easier to get that buyer you're looking for. It becomes easier to get that buyer you're looking for. Because you're already working with an agent that have a link or have a relationship With that buyer, you are eager to have. With that buyer, you are eager to get. So critical, so important. So I'm basically saying that agents are important people you want to work with. Another thing you can do to have access to Nigerian market is to work with confirming house. Confirming house. Confirming house. What is a confirming house? The basic function of a confirming house is to assist and oversee buyers in Nigeria by confirming as a principal orders already placed so that the exporter may receive payment from the confirming house when the goods are shipped. When the goods are shipped. When the goods are shipped. Some exporter may believe that confirming houses should be classified as a financial institution and not as a marketing organization. However, the confirming house does not perform some functions usually performed by commission house. Even if it does not perform all the functions, the confirming house is not a common type of export enterprise everywhere in the world, but it's in Europe, particularly in United Kingdom. What exactly do they do? They are based in the exporter's country. They confirm that the order the importer placed has been ready, is ready for shipment, and they pay the exporter. They can collect money before payment, they can use their money and collect money afterwards. But what is important and critical is that they pay. A confirming house is an agency that arranges and purchases the export of goods on behalf of a foreign buyer. It arranges and purchases the export of goods. They finance the transportation of the item into the nation by providing short credit terms to importers and confirming or guaranteeing payment to the manufacturers. So a confirming house will guarantee payment to the manufacturer or exporter and provide short-term credit to the importer. So why don't you look for a confirming house in your country that have relationship with a Nigerian buyer? A serious export promotion company is supposed to set up a confirming house so that the manufacturers who want to export does not need to worry about payment, but rather worry more about getting the right quality product in place. If the African Continental Free Trade Agreement is going to see the light of the day, if the African Continental Free Trade Agreement is going to produce desired result, if the African Continental Free Trade Agreement is going to see growth in trade within Africa, we cannot do without putting together home country based agent. Home country based agent. Home country based agent. I've spoken about the confirming house. I've spoken about export commission house. The confirming house gives short-term credit to the importer, but guarantee payment to the exporter in the local currency. The confirming house typically negotiate the price with the supplier, ensure the shipment, ship the goods, offer relevant information on the item on the foreign buyer's behalf. On the foreign buyer's behalf. If we do not, government can set up this confirming house. In fact, we really need a confirming house. All the exporter needs to do is to ensure he has a buyer and you have had a buyer that have given a good terms of payment, confirming house pay off the exporter, do the shipment and expect payment to come from the buyer. Confirming house interpose is credit between the buyer and the importing country and the exporter or manufacturer in the exporting country. It finds its agent its greatest usefulness in those markets where credit conditions are uncertain. Where credit conditions are uncertain and where cost of money is high. So, if it is acting on behalf of the buyer have issue with credit, but it's taking on that to cover that credit gap. Like I said, a government-backed funded confirming house will enhance export from any country. From any country. A government-backed confirming house will enhance export from any country. So a confirming house is something we must work on. A confirming house is something we must work on. A confirming house is something we must work on. Now, let me distinguish this again from the commission agent. A commission agent accepts or sells goods on behalf of his principal, but in his own name, he links an exporter's goods with an overseas buyer. He is autonomous of his principal. He has a claim for commission with his principal and has right when dealing with certain goods to carry out the transaction at his own discretion. Is not bound and does not engage in giving any form of credit. Commission agent can occasionally help the exporter's logistics, such as export documentation, shipping, and packaging. This agent does not establish the selling price or take title to product, but collect a percentage or a fixed fee for serving as an agent. For serving as an agent. For serving as an agent. Like I said earlier, that a confirming house interposes. A confirming house interposes credit between the buyer in his importing country and exporter or manufacturer in the exporting country, and is more useful in market where credit conditions are uncertain, and he offers short-term credit to the importer. So when the credit conditions are uncertain for the importer can work with the confirming house and pay later. In addition to payment aspect, confirming house may also be involved in making arrangement for the shipper. In making arrangement for the shipper. Remember, we are discussing the what, the why, the how to export into Nigeria. And today we are still looking at examining entry strategies into Nigeria. And we are looking at home country based agent. Home country based agent. And we've discussed today the commission house and the confirming house. And I'm saying any exporting company that wants to take advantage of Nigerian market or the advantage of the AFCFTA in general must be very, very strategic. If you are an importer also, you can work with the commission house. Remember, it gives you credit in Nigeria. If you are an importer in Nigeria, you can work with commission house. You can work with confirming house rather. Confirming house. Confirming house, remember, confirm orders already placed. When they confirm the order, they check the order, quality, quantity, they pay for the goods. This is a brilliant encouragement for any exporter and importer, because they are helping both. They are paying off the exporter and helping the importer to ship the goods to his country. They help with funding to cover funding gap. They are very valuable in an environment where credit are not easy to come by. I'm basically saying that engaging confirming house is a brilliant idea as far as export business is concerned. Engaging confirming house is a brilliant idea as far as export business is concerned. And if we are going to grow trade in Africa, we must begin to think of export commission house and confirming house so that we can maximize the benefit of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Thank you very much for listening again today. My name is Dele Ayimiba, and this Import-Export platform, Facebook Live from 3D Media Academy. When I come back in the evening, I'll be discussing 2 more options, and that will be broker and export management company. Sorry, resident buyer and broker. Still discussing home-based agent. Bye for now, and see you in the evening.